Hey, what's up, Magus? Back to the webcam for today, just for a video response. Two games that everyone loves that I don't like. Well, I'm gonna first start off with Street Fighter 2. No, it's not that I hate it. It's just that I don't think it's as great as everybody says it is. I mean, influential. I think it spawned. I think through its influence, it spawned games that were just as good as it. Like, for example, played a big influence on SNK, and I think the SNK game, almost most of the SNK games, blow Street Fighter 2 out of the water. And just seeing how good Street Fighter 3 was, it's just no comparison. And I felt that they had to update it until they can get it to where it finally ended up being. I think the final edition of Street Fighter 2, Super Turbo, I think that's good. But I think all the other ones before that were just kind of like meh. Like Hyper Fighting, I mean, it was alright. It was an improvement, but and then you look at the World Warrior. That was slow. It felt clunky and all. You just see what they did with Street Fighter after that, taking 2 to 3, that big stretch of the two. Bringing fairly simple. I mean, basically what the foundation of fighting games is. And bring Street Fighter 3 into it. Bring the parry system, bring the EX things, bringing a whole new set of characters, and it really brought some. I really thought that just after playing that, I'm like, you know what, this is way better than Street Fighter 2, even though I'm sure there's people that disagree with me. Another game is the Madden games, and it's not that I don't like sports games. I really love football games, but just seeing how much better the 2K games are, like the Sega games, the Sega Sports. You try to play Madden 2001 or Madden 2000 for PS2, and then you play NFL 2K or NFL 2K2 for the Dreamcast. It feels a lot better. I mean, I think that they just play 20 times better than any Madden game. I think it feels a lot smoother, and it's a little simpler. It's not as in depth, and there's not as many gimmicks. It's like, oh, create your own stadium, set up your own prices. This is your franchise. I mean, no, I just want to play as a team, and if I'm gonna do a mode like that where I go through a season and go through years and years and years, I don't need to set up a stadium. I don't need to set up, how many people. You mean I'm not playing a game to manage a team. I'm playing a game to manage, not so much a team, but like a business. I mean, a game's a game. I mean, I want to, trade players, do the draft, and do all that stuff. I don't need to do, all this nonsense as far as, what basically, the manager of the franchise itself does. And, and I just think the gameplay mechanics are better. And, another one, I don't, is Brawl. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's fairly decent. It's just that I really think that Melee was so much better. Brawl was a lot slower than Melee, but a ton more hectic. And, it didn't work out for me. I mean, I'd still play it, but, just didn't work out for me. And Final Fantasy X. Again, same deal. It's not that I hate it, just don't like it. I thought the story was dumb. Once you got, it was awesome until the first half of the game. Until like the second half kicked in, when I'm not gonna spoil it, but something happens that makes the story completely dumb. And Titus is a whiny bitch. Auron, they just try to make so badass, they just look dumb. Waka, he's just some random ass guy. What the hell? Lulu, they try to sell her with her big tits, and it's just, and then she's the only like character that I didn't really mind so much, but she's like obsessed. She's in love with a whiny bitch, so I didn't like the characters in that game, and that's the one thing made me kind of lose faith in Square, which is being rebuilt currently. Is in the process of rebuilding. I mean, I haven't played many recent Square games, but actually Square games after that, but yeah, I mean, I want to play them to see if they've improved since Final Fantasy X, at least in my book. I know a lot of people love that game. One thing that I really do like is the sphere grid system, but I mean, other than that, in the first half of the game, I can't say anything else about it that's good, to be honest with you. But anyway, this is John Nitty1 out.